in just a minute, but I wanted to tell you I wanted to end on a funny gun story. I told you guys before that my dad and I went to Uruguay, and we brought some shotguns to shoot birds, and they weren't the really, my dad's got some pretty fucking serious hardware, but we don't like to travel internationally with those because you don't want something to happen to them. And so we had some guns that were nice, but not super fancy schmancy. So we brought them down, no problem. Coming back with a fucking disaster. Nobody in Montevideo had any idea how to check these guns through properly, to check in their serial numbers or any of that kind of shit. And, you got to do it right. And then we land. It takes forever to get back. We had to fly through Panama City and then to Miami. It was like 25 hours of fucking flying, and it was awful. Yeah. But we land in Miami. It's 1 a.m. now. We're in Miami. There's nobody in the airport. And we go to declare our guns in the customs office. And we get there, and they're looking at them, and they're looking at the paperwork, and they ask my dad for the original proof of purchase for these guns.
What?
He has a photocopy of it, okay, which he does have. But they ask for the original proof of purchase. And he goes, I live in New York. It's in my house, in Connecticut. It's in my house in Connecticut. And they go, well, can you wake somebody up? Because first off, it's 1 a.m. Second off, nobody's home. And he goes, isn't this Xeroxed copy like enough? And they go, no. He goes, we can't prove these are your guns, and we're going to confiscate them. It's a pair of guns. And he goes, my initials are literally engraved in this gun. Yeah. My son's initials are engraved in this gun. Both of our initials are embossed on the case.
Classic long con.
You can't like it's I realize that may not hold up in court, but here with us, can't you understand that?
Yeah,
we brought them into you. Like, we're clearly not smuggling these guns. Like,
yeah, we waited in line to do this with you. Yeah, we're not trying to fool you.
Here's the paperwork for when we brought them out of America into Uruguay. Here's the paperwork for when we brought them back. And this guy's like, no, that's not going to work. We're going to have to confiscate these guns. And my dad's friend who's with us is this super Goomba guy right out of The Sopranos. And literally he's like, do you think we could come to some kind of an arrangement? I'm like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, dude.
He's right. I can't wait to hear what the story
goes. You're not fucking helping.
He's helping. He helped, right? Tell me.
And I forget his last name, but it's something like Siciliano or something. That's like the most stereotypical.
Yeah, Danny Criminalici. Jimmy Laundrissimo.
Oh my God. And and so they call in the boss supervisor who comes in. It's a super typical, like, yoked customs dude, and he what's going on here? What do we got? Okay, let me look at this. And, I don't think this is going to work. We're going to have to take these guns. And go, okay, can we come back tomorrow and get them once we get the something? And they go, no, it goes into seize the property. And at this point, my dad is just like, I'll fucking send a lawyer. I'm not dealing with this fucking bullshit. Like, take the fucking guns. Like, we'll send a lawyer here tomorrow. It's going to fucking jam you guys up with paperwork for fucking 2 weeks for taking these things. And so the guy, okay, let me get your passports. The supervisor takes all of our passports, goes in the back room for like a half hour. So now it's like almost 2:00 in the morning. We're standing around. Eventually, and I don't know about you guys, but I believe that any bureaucratic system can be worked with, against, or around on the mood of the one guy you're dealing with, whether it's the DMV or the IRS or customs or the cops, or it's just you and the guy you're fucking talking to, or girl. It's forget the fucking system. It's always about the one person you're standing there and their fucking mood. So eventually this guy comes back out, and he goes, I'm guessing he has Googled my father or whatever and found out he's not a fucking criminal. He's, big time corporate type. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you guys go this time. And, just make sure you got the. And we're kind of like, okay, we're sorry. Thank you. We, thanks for not taking the gun. And as we're packing him up and going to leave, now I'm wearing a mask and I'm wearing a hat. And this guy, one of the other guards comes up and goes, hey, psst, come here. And I go, what's up, man? And he goes, dude, I love your car reviews. And I'm like, you fucking knew who I was this entire time, man. You let me stand here for 2 hours with it saying we're gonna take our guns, and you literally knew who I was and saw my initials carved into this gun, and we're like, yeah, no, that's not his. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You couldn't have pulled up my channel and showed your boss.
Me.
You literally know me. Like
he could have literally wrote on a piece of paper, I know this guy.
Yes, like
initials.
Do you know how often like that's worked in the past? Like I actually lost my driver's license once while traveling and got onto an airplane because the guy at the gate was like, no, I fucking know this guy. That is his name. Like that's actually worked in the past for me. But so I thought you would find that funny that this guy was
that is very funny.
Take our guns and the whole time he fucking knew.
I'm so glad that Goomba friend of yours didn't get you put into a cell.
To some kind
I wanted that to work so much.
I wanted it to work too. It's Uruguay, right? Isn't it like?
No, this was in Miami. This was in America.
Oh, I misunderstood.
This was not. No, this was once we landed in Miami.
Thought you were in South America.
No, he did this fucking shit in America.
He was doing the whole like, I wish there's something I could do.
Oh, it probably would have fucking worked down there. It didn't seem like there was a whole lot of laws down there. Yeah.
No.
And sometimes I feel like that's part of the compensation plan. Like, listen, we don't pay you much, but you get so much in bribes.
You're gonna bribe at least 3 times a week.
Yeah, like waitresses get tips, bureaucrats get bribes. It's part of how we pay you.
Oh my god!
That's how you can make $175 a year for 10 years and be worth $48 million.
Now you're in higher level politics.
Yeah. It's wild that all these politicians reliably outdo economists.
Yeah, right. Isn't Nancy Pelosi like killing the fucking stock market right now? It's like
she's wasting her time in politics. She's a genius.
I mean, apparently insider trading is